It's time for Dents and Dreams, a paintless dent repair podcast focusing on how you can use the fruits of this wonderful trade we call PDR to achieve your wildest dreams. I'm John Badine, your friendly neighborhood dent reaper and host of Dents and Dreams. Now, let's get started. Let's get started indeed. You guys, what a freaking show.
Come on now.
I am elated to be here on the Hale Trail in Indianapolis at Midwest Auto Dent Repair, courtesy of Tom Poland.
What's up, Tom?
And what a rare occasion. We have three podcasters all together. We got Coach Cory K of the Coach Cory K podcast.
PDR Coach podcast.
The PDR Coach podcast. Yeah. Sorry about that.
That's all right.
We'll work on it.
Yeah, we'll work on the branding.
And then we have Mike Glidewell
What's up, guys?
of the RWO
PDR podcast.
For life.
and of course me. Sorry. Can't win them all. Can't win them all. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. But
I mean,
yeah.
how does this happen? I mean, this is like like the stars align.
It did.
Yeah.
They did. Yeah.
How does this happen? I'll tell you how it happens. You go to events, you network, you meet people within the industry, and
They
Good
call
to-
you to come fix hail.
good things happen.
Yeah.
I've been going to MTEs and different events, and I've got the pleasure to hang out with Tom a few times, as have I think both of you guys.
Tom had lunch with me in Bloomington a year ago. That's how I met Tom. Yep. He was trying to steal my accounts. No, he was a gentleman, man. He had lunch with me. We talked, and he was super cool. And
On my birthday.
on his birthday, and I bought him. Did I buy you lunch?
No, I didn't even tell you it was my birthday.
I didn't buy you lunch.
One.
I'm a crummy friend. Sorry.
Wow, you just met him that day.
True. Yeah.
You did buy a beautiful bottle of bourbon.
This
for
is
us.
Angel's Envy. It's straight from Louisville, Kentucky, y'all. My hometown.
That is very
delicious.
Great. It's good shit.
Really good.
I know Tom. So people are like, I'm not supposed to be here because it's hail, right? I don't do hail. But
Yeah.
I know Tom he actually hired me as a coach or as his coach, and I helped him build this whole place.
Wow. Hell yeah.
Coached him through all the struggles of doing that because it's not easy starting a shop.
He's talked quite a bit
Had
about
money
He's
Yeah,
talked
yeah.
quite a bit about the process.
and no
Yeah.
customers.
Yeah.
He called me. Basically, we worked there for 6 months, and 2 weeks after we stopped, he was like, he got hit with a hailstorm. He's like, you have to come work. And I'm like, I don't do hail. And he's like, come on, we'll figure it out. So
Yeah, right. And I'd say
That's
by
about-
the
that's
end
about
of
the
it, by the end of it, you'll figure
It's
it
a
out.
good, it's a great experience. Even the round.
It really is.
It's a great experience.
Honestly, like I feel more excited about the industry that I have in a while because I've just done something new. Like I've run a route for 15 years, and I, sometimes I fix new harder dents. Sometimes I just fix wholesale cars all day, and I'm like, I'm pushing the metal. It's cool.
Yeah,
But this has got me excited again. It's like it's a challenge because watching you fix stuff and other guys fix stuff, I'm like,
You're holding your own.
I'm holding my own.
don't try to-
What I can say is I will work harder. Doesn't mean I can fix the stuff, but I'll work as hard or harder than anybody, and that's
That is true.
That is
I
true.
wish you would turn it down a notch so I can go home in a decent hour.
Yeah.
Thank goodness we're doing the podcast tonight.
And
This
stop.
is more my evening wheelhouse,
Yeah,
not
right.
fixing
Not
dents
till
until
1 a.m.
Right. Exactly. This is a good
Dude's
break.
an animal.
Oh, man.
Just an animal.
I'm here to work.
Oh, quick.
I said I'm here to work. That's it.
Well, we're in Indianapolis, Indiana. I'm actually 2 hours from here. I live by Louisville, and Midwest Auto Dent Repair. You guys in Indianapolis need to check him out. Come by here, get an estimate, whatever. Little plug for Tom.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, he runs a great business, and he's really picky on his QC. Thanks, Tom. No, he's not letting.
He's working as we're talking, actually.
You see me outside.
He's over here writing a
I'm
board.
handicapped. I got a handicap.
But seriously, he's quality is very important to Tom, and that's obviously understood by everybody working here because it's his name on the ticket at the end of the day. So, Jeez,
take care of that.
Yeah,
But anyways, it's great. I got to meet Cory here. I mean, I met him at Anson, but now we've been hanging out a little bit. And
Yeah, we
talking a
actually
little
got to talk because
Yeah.
Anson was awesome, but it was
That was like
there
MTE on
there-
steroids.
Yeah,
I mean,
there's a lot of people there, so we
Yeah.
didn't really spend too much time
Oh, that's good.
chatting, you know.
Yeah.
But
So-
yeah, it's been good. I mean, networking people, meeting with people, and that's really what. I mean, honestly, like that's the name of the Hale game, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, really,
Right.
I mean, getting an invite for me, like I've never chased Hale, but I know I've heard stories. Guys will literally get in the trucks and go find, like, let me go to Indy and see if I can work for somebody.
Yeah.
Right. But you know, it's nice to be able to get an invite.
Right.
Tom calls me and says, "Hey, can you come work for me?" I'm like, "I don't know." And he's like, "Hey, here's how much I think you can make. Here's the kind of stuff we're working on. That kind of stuff." I'm like, "Okay, well, let's do it." You know.
Yeah.
So I feel like being an outsider to the Hale game, if you knew enough people and you maybe got some calls for Hale, would be a lot easier than.
Yeah.
I mean,
Definitely.
maybe I'm
That
stating
is-
the obvious.
That is. I mean,
But-
obviously the best situation, and you know,
But you
I'm the
want-
same way. I have a mobile business at home. I
Sure.
run my route, and you know, I was fortunate to get this invite, and I did some quick math and said, you know what, I think my trainee just got promoted.
It's got to move to the boss.
me and John have talked about it. We consider ourselves hybrid techs.
Yeah.
Because of this area that we live in
Sure.
Minnesota, where they get a
It
lot of
can't
hail.
Hale, yeah.
And we get hail combination, mainly door dents, and so we're kind of prepared for it. And I mean, California doesn't get a lot of hail, obviously, we all know that, and it's a good experience.
Every
to come
couple
out
of
and
years, it'll go Hale, you know, 2, 3, 4 hours north of us, but that's,
Right.
that's
Yeah.
it.
get- So
But yeah, knowing people, going to MTE, going to the Anson events, going to that stuff, that's how you, if you're a Hale tech, I feel like you have to do that. Like
Yeah.
if you can know these two guys and know Tom and know the other people, you have a better chance of making money in Hale.
Absolutely.
That's the way I see it.
And to everybody out there that I know, yeah, I did throw a few names in the ring here,
Uh-huh.
and Tom said, "I got enough names."
Yeah.
So I
Right,
appreciate I appreciate you trying to throw some people in,
But
looking out for your buddies. You know, so. But yeah, I feel like that's probably every Hale guy. You show up on a storm and you got a few guys in the cut that you're like, well, if we need a guy,
I know like 4 people. Yeah.
some of the best techs I've hired are guys I gambled on. They showed up, and Dave Bourne, shout out, love you, dog. He's one of my first guys we just hired off the street, and he's phenomenal.
Nice.
And met a lot of guys that way actually. So, but MTE and Anson, those events, you guys go to them, man. If you're a Hale guy, why would you not?
Absolutely.
I mean, meeting people, networking.
Dude, it's so much fun, and I mean, it's a lot like this. You just sit around,
Yeah.
shoot the shit, talk
Shoot
about
shit, drink good bourbon, smoke cigars, and talk dents. That's what we do.
Ten guys drink.
Right.
I mean, I love it every time. I look forward to seeing everybody in Vegas.
Vegas, you say?
Vegas, baby, Vegas.
I would be there. That's mine. That's mine.
26th.
That's right down the street.
Yep, we'll
Yeah,
be
I
there.
bet.
We will
Are
be
you?
there.
Will you drive or will you fly?
I'll fly still.
'Cause you're
it's
northern
still
California.
14 hours of driving.
Jeez.
So it's
Well, I'm teaming up with Matt Armaggio.
Matt,
it changes every time.
Armaggio from Get a Grip. And
I think it's
Dent Mate will be splitting a booth with him.
Nice.
So we'll be hanging out with Matt. And,
I'll be there speaking on Thursday.
Oh, cool,
education
man.
Day, so
yeah.
learning about the business side of the business. You know, that's my
No, we got a Facebook user saying, hey.
What's up, guys?
no name. Just
Yeah,
gotta
you know,
like
you
it.
got to click the link.
You got
above
to
it.
click the link, yo.
Oh, really?
But yeah, so I'm excited for Vegas. I know you guys probably are.
Well,
too.
I'm bringing my new beautiful girlfriend, Danielle Monday. Remember that name? She's going to be famous. Yep.
Yeah.
And she's going to be working the booth. She's going to learn a lot about dent guys that weekend.
Oh my goodness, you're brave. You're brave.
With
Bring her
blackjack
right into
and
the
poker
I think what
involved.
you mean to say is you're going to bring your future ex-girlfriend. Sorry, Miss Monday. I apologize for everything I have said in the future.
She is stoked, man. She can't wait to go.
That's awesome.
No, I'm sure she seems like a really nice girl.
She is. She's cool people, man. I'm lucky as shit. Lucky as shit. So.
Super cool.
Well,
So
that's what we're going to talk about.
Well, this is it. We don't even
Well,
know. We're just gonna.
well,
we got
I
these-
thought we
got
would
some
do a
tools
little
here.
Beautiful tools there.
do a little tool review. I got this a few weeks ago. It is
That is
the
a thing of beauty.
Cars Formers. It's a new edition. It's not. This is a stainless and same dimensions, same great feel to the handle as the old Damascus one. The stainless head is a little bit lighter, and it does come polished already. And dude, this is really nice.
So
I'm not 100% sure if I like this better than my Damascus or not. I kind of lean in Damascus, but I've only been using this since I got here, and I've been liking it.
yeah.
Corey, do you
Is that
own
the
one of
one
those?
tool that I can't touch?
No, the Damascus is the one you can't touch.
Gotcha. Yeah, I can touch
If you
any
want-
tool you have, except for the other version of this.
Yes.
Corey, do you? I'm assuming you don't have one.
I do not have
Okay,
one
I
of
do not
those.
either. So this, you got to be on the VIP.
He's like,
status
I'm
to get to
assuming that
hammer.
you don't have one.
Yeah.
of those.
Well, you can try this one tomorrow if you like. It is
I
a
do
thing
have
of
some
beauty.
rails. I do have to finish that rail, so I will.
Yeah. Give her a shot. Give her a whirl. It's a wonderful thing. I mean, just feel
Cars
that
full-
thing in your hand.
Cars Formers.
The way that
More than
handle
BCI.
is-
Get some distance on it.
Yeah.
I just
Look
gave
how
you
far I
slowly.
can reach.
Yeah.
Look at that.
The other thing is the Brazilian guys do this weird like chopstick grip.
Yeah, chopstick grip.
I don't know what else. to
Hey,
call it.
Facebook
yeah.
user. Hey.
Yeah. Somebody,
They gotta
some
comment,
other users drinking bourbon with us.
gotta comment their name.
Yeah,
At
yeah.
least.
I do the one
At the very
finger
least.
thingy.
The one finger.
The
Yeah.
one finger guy.
That's me too. I like that a
I
lot.
tried the chopstick thing. I'm still getting used to it.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah. And yeah, this has been good for me too because I've been getting to get a lot of reps with the new tabs, and
If you have not used these yet,
I've been loving it. I've
prepare
been,
to
So-
be your mind blown.
I don't use a lot of new tools because I don't buy tons of tools. If people follow me, they know I'm not like, new tool comes out, I don't purchase it. But I got the pleasure of using these because you gave them to me. Did you give them to me? Tom gave them to me. You're going to give me some free ones, all right?
probably just that.
They actually pull pretty well. And what I noticed on the head, I don't know, obviously it was on purpose. We talked a little bit about it, but it's got this double layer thing. So it's got the same thickness as a lot of the other tabs. I doubt they can.
It's really hard to
I don't
show
know
on
if they can
camera.
see that.
Look at that.
You can see that.
Oh, wow.
So
Yeah,
this double layer,
You've done this.
Get the logo on the back.
yeah, this double, yeah, right. You get the Dent Reaper on there, but it's got this double layer thing in it. And what's interesting is that it's like the lower layer sticks out all the way, and then the second one doesn't. So it's like the bottom layer will still grab while the center pulls up, which is what the intention was.
Yeah,
right.
And you
to
can
increase
definitely
that flex the
tell the
outside
difference.
and increase the pull to the
Yeah.
center.
Well, John, I was lucky
Show
enough to
that.
get a prototype of this,
yeah,
and I'm gonna
So you can
I'm
see
not
that
a liar.
right
I tell
there.
the truth.
It makes a difference.
I lost it at a bar in Texas.
You're not the only one,
So
Mike.
some bartender has it and don't even know what it is, and has it.
Lesson
using it for-
learned.
Using it for something. I
Lesson
don't know.
learned. Listen, I was so excited to get those things, and I got them just
It's
before.
Matt Armijo.
Oh, it's Armijo
Yeah.
commenting.
Matt
What up,
Armijo.
Armijo? So I got them just before Anson, and I was so excited. Like I, tip a couple back. I'm
Yeah.
like, hey man, you gotta check out the
Taps
new
down.
prototypes.
And I was
And
like,
I was handing them out to different people, and like honestly, half of the people I would call them and be like, "Did you get to try the tab?"
Here's John. John was like, try this out. I'm like this. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, many of the people about half of the people I gave them to that fine day reported back that
I checked
they
all my
were
laundry,
very
and I couldn't find
excited. They were very excited to get the prototype,
Mhm.
but they lost it and didn't get to try it. So,
4 sizes, right?
yep, 8, 10, 12, and 14.
Yeah.
But I lied to John. He goes, "How did it pull?" I go, "It pulled great."
So good.
I'm an asshole. I'm so lied to. So I fessed up. I'm not that kind of guy. So. Yeah. But listen, these
We're
things,
over it.
I just got them in the mail. I used them this week on some help. Fantastic. Just the precision of it. Just pulling the sharp dents out. Told you I had one next to the rail thingy. I didn't want to pull it. Got a slide hammer in there. It's right next to it. Just use that real small one.
Yeah.
A couple pulls, done.
Yes,
And I
sir.
think the flat edges on there for like the edges of panels, honestly, just
Yeah.
stick it right on the very edge of the panel instead of having that circle go over it.
I've always
It
looked for
does
something that would
make a little bit of difference for sure.
tackle that problem.
Yeah,
That's
So good job.
Thanks, man.
fantastic.
Well done.
And they're pretty.
And the purple.
Yeah, kind of pretty. Purple rain, baby. Precision, powerful. I don't know. We did a purple naming contest, and it was freaking hilarious.
Oh, I do remember that.
That was funny.
That was pretty funny.
Did you
I thought
see Wade Hartley's
No,
color? You didn't?
no.
So he called it Statutory grape.
Oh my God.
Only Wade would come up with that. He's so clever, that guy.
Yeah, I had to change my pants after I.
That's
Moving on from that.
and if you called it that and sold them, people would still buy it. It would never change.
Maybe more.
No, it
Yeah.
would never.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, we've got.
Oh, let's give a shout out. Shout out to Anson. Shout out to A1.
Shout out.
Dent Craft. Anybody else? I don't know. I'm just thinking off the dome.
Yeah. Well, whoever's going to be at Vegas for sure. Speaking of that, we've got, I don't know, whatever we have here, another 20 minutes or so before Dent Digest goes live. And Kevin Bird will be on Dent Digest with Brian Shutt. So we're definitely not going to run over for that. So make sure you guys tune into that. And Dent Digest, always a good show.
Always.
Way better than mine. I mean,
I had a great time on there.
He's been doing it for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
He's very consistent.
Yeah,
that
he's
show, and I
consistent,
love that.
Yeah.
Ron does
That's
a great
his hobby.
job.
Yeah. He's been more consistent. Sorry,
And he
guys.
listens to all of our shows too, by
I
the
know
way.
he does.
Oh, yeah.
He does.
I talked
I
to
was very, it blew my mind that he was talking about the involvement of just my podcast. And I was like, wow, man, you really listening.
Yeah.
So
Why do we all do podcasts? It's a fun question. Why'd you guys
I've been asked
start?
that question several times. Honestly, I felt that Jim and myself, I felt like we had a lot to offer the industry. And it just, there's also great podcasts. I've learned a ton from PR College and Tool Time and yours, John's. But I felt like we had something to share. And, that's kind of what I did it for.
Yeah. I'm in the same boat. Shout out to the GOATs.
Mhm.
Keith and Shane.
The OGs, yeah.
They started it, and
they made the podcast
Shane-
the platform easy for us to start and get listeners because it was the way that people.
When that show didn't come on
Got it.
Mondays and I was on my way to work, I
Yeah.
got sick to my stomach.
Yeah,
I'm like,
it was a
what
bummer.
happened?
It was a bummer. Yeah.
I was learning
And then,
so much.
and then
from
it,
these
and
guys,
it changed and moved, and then it's not out as much anymore.
Yep.
But when it was, man, it was.
Well, I know you had
shifted.
Shane on your show, and I was.
I did have Shane. I had Keith on my show too, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need-
That was a
I gotta-
really
I
good
gotta-
episode.
That was an interesting episode for those that don't
That
know.
was. I remember that. That was like a
We're competitors in
Yeah.
the same market,
That was
and so, or I would say worthy rivals. I think is what I call them.
you guys were good at it.
But it was interesting to hear the dynamics of working against each other.
Right,
hey, I
right.
respect you, but I also want to put you out of business. It's essentially the feel of
Yeah.
the podcast.
Yeah, it was
If you guys haven't heard that one, that was probably one of my favorite ones, just because I always respected him. I mean, when his podcast came out, I started listening from number 4. Honestly, It was the first podcast I ever listened to.
I think I found him on number 7.
Yeah, okay.
And I was
It's
like,
beginning. I'm like,
I listened to all 7 probably in one day.
Had you listened to podcasts ever before?
No, just so
Podcasts?
the reason I started listening to podcasts was fantasy football.
Yeah, right, yeah.
So then I'm listening to fantasy
So you
football,
had this-
and then one day I just typed in
Does
PDR,
anybody have it? Yeah.
There's
and
one,
then PDR College came out.
there's one, and I hate to say I don't know the name of it. It's older than theirs, and they did 5 episodes, and I looked it up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'll show it to you off the show. I cannot remember the
Interesting.
name.
That would be
Oh, wow.
yeah,
Yeah,
episodes
it's
we never
old
ran with it.
school. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
interesting, very interesting. Yeah, but there has been a lot. There's been a lot that have kind of come and gone.
Mhm.
That have only done 20, 30-ish
Yeah,
episodes.
Yeah, sure.
But obviously you have the mainstays. PDR Tool Time has
Yeah,
been
they've been
huge.
around
Dent
forever.
Digest has been huge.
Yeah, that digest.
So yeah, but it's always.
We need
I mean,
more- I
for
mean-
me, anytime you can, even one small tip or tweak,
Yeah.
whether it be something that you do on the back end of your website or Google My Business or a tool or a technique or anything,
And I think all 3 of our podcasts have something different to offer the
Totally.
industry.
Yeah.
I went after entertainment and
Yeah.
knowledge, kind of mixed them together.
yeah. I think I'm
Same.
kind of in the same boat.
Mhm.
I'm trying to get different guests on here and there, and oftentimes I'm just doing what I do best, and it's just a hang. It's just a hang, have a
I think
cocktail.
the natural ones are. I mean, I used to really script them out a lot when I
Yeah.
first did it. I was trying to be Dr.
When
Dre.
you first
yeah,
when you
Dr.
first start, it's
Dre.
hard not to at least have a bunch of questions just in case I don't want them to die down.
And I think now that I've done live streaming, kind of cut back on the editing and just really let it fly, man. Just be natural.
Yeah.
Let the conversation
I think
fly.
the live ones
Never
are.
edited a podcast.
Never did.
Yep, me neither.
It's like start to finish. I say, "Welcome to the PR Coach Podcast," and I end it, and it stays. If someone asked me to,
Once it's done, it's
if someone
done.
asked me to take something out, I would.
Mm-hmm. But you know,
Look at this.
we are kind of the new school though of the podcast.
Yeah.
Actually, the three of us, and I would say Ryan, but hell, he's got 200 episodes. So hell,
He's not
one of
he's
the
100
OGs,
in,
one of
yeah.
the OGs. So.
He's almost, he's a little over
Who's
2
this
years
guy?
in.
I don't know.
We got a special guest. A special guest, ladies and
Another
gentlemen.
podcaster.
Please all rise. The one and only honorable Jim Mitchell has entered
Look at
the room. And look at the gun show. Everybody ducking and diving under their chairs for protection.
Damn, I forgot this was live. I would have worn way more clothes, man.
Way more close. Don't
Jeez,
stand up.
man.
Don't stand up.
Yeah,
Just stay
So-
still.
Jack Mitchell. It's Jack Mitchell.
jeez.
Yeah, I'm just trying to catch up with Shane, dog. That's it.
God.
Good luck, man.
Right.
Yeah. I mean,
So what did I miss? Anything good?
What did you miss?
What did I miss? I know I missed like a half this.
Let's ask Jim. Let's ask Jim the question. Jim,
Yeah,
why did we
ask me a
start the podcast?
Yeah,
Why did we start a podcast?
I felt like, well, Glidewell, by the way, for anybody who doesn't know, was the man behind the podcast. I had a whole lot of stuff going on. I was like, I would love to do a podcast with you, but I can't set it up. And I think that we felt, I hope everybody agrees, that we could bring something kind of original, a little bit outside of the norm. Me and Glidewell are very opinionated assholes. He might be a little more couth about his asshole opinions, but
Yourself, Jim.
yeah, no, I'm not. And you know, like,
is it your opinion that he's overstepped here?
No. Mitchell.
and it's fun. I mean, shit, it's a good way to give back. I mean, I've listened to PDR podcasts before and shit like that, and I definitely, just like both of you guys, Cory, John, I like fucking helping people, man. That shit's fun for me. Wait, we're on Dents and Dreams. Is this a cussing podcast?
Yeah.
I said shit in the ass.
Thank fucking God.
Jim, have we met?
Dude, I know. I didn't know if you ever, like, if your podcast you put on a show or some shit like that, but like, I'm just surprised you're sober, dog.
Is he? No, he's not so.
Am I?
There we go.
Come on, Jim.
Hydro homies over here, dude.
There you go.
Fair enough.
Word, respect,
Yeah, we're
respect.
actually drinking some Angel's Envy.
Oh yeah.
And
brought that up from
Glidewell
Louisville.
brought this up. And this is a great translucation.
Translucation.
It's a
Yeah.
great transition.
transition.
I want to talk about a new tool that's going to be coming out very soon. I have a prototype here.
Let me look at it.
It's a thing of beauty, Jim.
Wait till you see the bend.
Oh God. Oh,
Very-
God.
Very familiar.
Oh,
Very different.
I love it. I could have used it today.
Oh man.
Dude,
So we'll
blades
call it
to
the
get
angel
paid,
rod because it's the soft tip, just like soft push tip, like the angel. Same geometry as the Reaper rod, but the backside,
Look at that.
mm. Oh, is that a blade? Is that like a? Oh yeah.
razor sharp. Is that like a? Yeah, it is.
No, it's not like that. No, it's not. But dude, I've been really, so you guys have all been around long enough. You remember when everybody was all on sharp tips, nothing else could be heard about shit.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I'm totally getting back into the blades, and it was actually the Dent Angel that I was like, oh fuck yeah, we're missing something here. Like it was just kind of cool to follow the sharp tip trend, but blades are the way. I love blades.
Love
I
it.
love blades.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think there's a place for both.
Oh, definitely. And on that tool too, because I fucking love that tool. I love the Reaper rods. A blade tip on that would have been so handy today, and that's awesome.
Mm.
So when are we getting that?
Well, I'm gonna send a preliminary set out to a few select people.
Okay.
To test and make sure we have everything dialed in.
Do you accept bribes?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll talk afterwards.
All right, whatever your favorite shit is, we'll take care of it.
I bribed you with whiskey.
That's it.
That bill's already in.
Even Cory, you got Cory drinking, you bunch of degenerates.
His what he needs, but yes.
Now Cory partakes. He partakes.
Jeez Louise, I thought I had another hydro homie over here.
I made. Yeah, I do drink sometimes.
I was a hydro homie till
You had to make a
6:30.
special.
I made John work late last night. So
Yeah. it was a fair trade. Like I worked late tonight. You hang on the podcast.
Yeah.
So, Cory, this is your first relatively big hailstorm you've been on, right?
Yeah, it's the first hailstorm I've been traveling.
What do you think so far?
I mean, it got me excited again. I would say I was telling them earlier for the industry again because it was something new. You know,
Yes.
and I always tell people to like push themselves, get outside their comfort zone, do something new or whatever. And Tom called me from Midwest Auto Dent Repair. Tom called me and said, "Hey, come out. Like, hey, we got the hailstorm. Won't you come out?" But I was like, I don't really do hail. Like that was my first initial reaction. I was like, nah. That's like what most people do, right? They're like, I don't do that. And I was like, you know what? Like, I should try it out. Like, I'm a rookie. You know, there's been a lot of shit talking about my tool selection and my blending techniques,
I'm
and
having
my pushing
so
techniques, and my
much
standing
fun.
techniques, and my everything.
I'm having so much fun with it because Cory's always like, "You don't need to buy tools. You don't need to buy the most important tools your brain." And he's like, "I don't know how to get to this one." I'm like, "Fix it with your mind."
Yeah.
With your brain, Cory. But it is a different world. And that's why I tell people, like, it doesn't cross over well to your door dings and shit like that. It's a
And the
different
tools,
world.
especially, man. Like the amount of like the Excaliburs and the hook tools and all this stuff. Like I don't have all those tools because I'm like, okay, $600. Like, will I use it? Maybe, but it doesn't help me on the sides.
For people who don't know, I was actually in that shop where they're at last week working. And the star of the show for me, for hail, has been the fucking executioners.
Absolutely.
Yeah, those were great.
Dude, those are just wildly good whenever you're doing hail. Like, I'm the tight access guy. I like hoods and decks and that kind of shit. Holy balls. The executioner, those are it, dude. Those are it.
I just fixed a bunch of Equinox hoods with the front of them.
Yeah.
Big props to Rick Hummert on that. I'm super lucky to work with that guy. He's a freaking genius.
Yes.
But I love how both of your personalities shine through in that one tool, though. Like, both of your guys' signatures are right there.
Yeah, well, I will say this too. There might be some additional sizes to those executioners. If you see Rick out on the hail trail, he might have some.
Well, tell Rick to come visit me. That guy never calls. Well, he also doesn't know about the internet yet. Somebody should tell him.
Yeah, well, what he lacks in internet skills, he definitely makes up for in tool skills.
I don't know, Jim. That time we had him on the show, we had a mic on, and he was all ready.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, he's great, but definitely he's not going to be on social media. You're not going to catch him on there all the time like we do.
The hail's been, to go back to that, it's been challenging. So just, Jim, before you left, I was like, you got a tip for me, basically? Because I was here, I came the day you were here and you left that night, I think.
Yeah.
Right? And you basically said, you know, when the hood's on the stand, put the light in one spot, twirl the hood around, right? It's like those little tips. Like I maybe I would have figured that out eventually, but I didn't know that. Like that's not something that I do. When I'm on a route, I move my light. I don't move the car, right? And so that was huge. Like I've been doing that all day, and I'm like, that sped me up a lot.
Yeah, that's one of those things that people don't think. And you just got to like watch better. That's how I learned this shit. I watch guys who are better at hail than me. And
but it's like the little, we were talking about listening to podcasts and following what's going on. You get like a little tip like that, and I mean, it probably saved me 3 hours over the last few days, and that made me significantly more money. Just like one little, hey, you literally said like, oh, one tip, do this, bye.
Yeah,
and I'm like, okay, like, well, Jim said it, I should probably try it, and like that's why I pay
definitely
attention to what's going on because it's helpful.
And that's a great hail tip too. So what he's talking about is you got your hood stand. They all have freaking wheels on them now, or they should. If you don't, buy a new one. Light stays stationary. You stay stationary. Your hood moves, and it just keeps you from repositioning shit. Just makes it a little bit faster. But really, I saw that rail that you did on that Kia before I left, and I was like, Cory's gonna be okay. Like, it was a good fucking rail, dude.
There was a couple of shots on that.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah. Well, we had to bust out the power.
Bust out the power PDR box.
I didn't get to see any dents on that Kia except for one.
Because I needed a power PDR box.
On the hood.
I showed up and was like, hey, by the way, tomorrow, as soon as you get set up, we're sanding this thing down and zapping it.
Well, you saw the one on the rail on the passenger side by the body line.
Yep.
That one, that like double shot, that was the one. But we got
a power PDR box of that.
Yeah. I mean, I pushed it. So did you have to? I don't know.
So on the hood, I thought for sure the one was going to be passenger side. It was about halfway down near that body line. I thought that one was going to be the one.
That was the one.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was in the brace, so we had to
Yeah.
tape it up and play operation. Don't touch the sides.
Yeah, that was pretty
And
fun. This one.
I saw that coming because I did 4 cars there, and 3 of them I needed to use a power PDR box. And I'm pretty good at keeping shit from oil cannon, and 3 of them I needed that power PDR box.
Yeah, and we did 2 cars today. Well, that car and another one I needed.
that white truck.
The white
and
truck, yeah. I was like,
Somehow.
this Porsche is good.
somehow that Hyundai. I don't know.
I don't
So,
know.
Something
I don't
happened.
know. I don't know how you did that.
That was a miracle.
That was.
It's definitely
So can I
not
just hijack this one more time? Just one more,
Yeah.
and then I'm done. So the coolest part of that storm for me was Joey the R&I guy, he's also pushing. We've got Joseph DeBauer, who hopefully is standing right there with you.
Come on, get in here.
Joseph left. Joey's still
Joey's
here.
standing there. He's coming.
Joey's still here.
Joey's here.
He just
Oh, Joey. And then I had Chris there. So all of these guys, there's old fucking 2 names. That's what we call them. What's up, dog? But all of those guys I had a hand in training in. It was like proud papa moment. Like I'm sitting there with like my guys like, look at this shit. I helped you guys here.
Dude,
Completely
Joseph.
by accident. So I was really proud of that. Like, damn, it's working.
Yeah, it is. Joseph is a.
solid
He
tech.
might
Yeah, he does
honestly be
really,
better than I
really
am.
clean work.
Dude, he's super clean. He's definitely one of the guys.
Yeah, I think he's better than me.
I'm not going to argue with you.
I'm not sure. Even in training, because he came from in-person training too, he was just super critical of his own work. And I love guys like that because then you got to worry about speeding them up and backing them off almost. But like the first part is done for you.
Yeah. He's
Yep.
picky as hell.
Yep.
Yeah, he's done. We tag team a car yesterday, and I mean, I've been doing this for 15 years, not hail, but 15 years, and we were going neck and neck. So good for
Yeah.
you.
He's
Thanks,
definitely he's a good one. But anyways, okay, now you guys talk about your shit. I feel like I came in here and just
This is what we're here for. We don't have.
Yeah, we're just here
It's a
shooting
triple
the shit.
podcast, man. We had to have y'all.
I can't believe this is the first time I'm on Dents and Dreams. Look at me, Mom. I made it.
Yeah. And you're only, an hour away?
Yeah, sure. I wanted to come, but I've got my daughter. Tonight.
Oh,
So.
Yeah, totally get it.
Understand.
I'll be back home. I'm flying out tomorrow. Back
Are
home.
you? Shoot, man.
Sacramento.
Came in for a 4-day stretch.
Oh, shoot. Well, Vadine, I'm coming to visit you because you're there at least all next week, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, maybe this weekend, too. I don't have a lot coming on this weekend. It's just trying to sacrifice a day of work just to make it out there and hang. As cool as it is, sometimes isn't practical.
Yeah. Well, we'll
It's
see.
true.
We'll see what comes in, what gets approved. You know, Corey's pretty slow, so we'll probably have a couple cars stacked up here. And,
I love it.
when he
Feel the
leaves,
camaraderie.
when he leaves, we can tag team one, and you can embarrass me. It'll be fun.
I
He's
don't know about that.
he's still
Okay,
gonna work,
you
so-
insist.
I
Well,
won't-
because, Vadine, like, last year was your first year traveling chasing hail, right?
Yeah. Yep.
That's
So
awesome.
I did a month in Houston last year, and we'll do a couple 2-3 weeks here. But you know, I live in Minnesota. I get plenty of hail. So
Yeah, for sure. Like, I'm not saying that you, Corey, did you bring all your sticks? Sticks? You have sticks?
I got sticks. That's actually what I use is sticks. That's how old my
sticks.
tools are.
Yeah, they kind of are.
I did actually bring what I could. So I didn't bring a light.
Yeah.
I have a hail light, but I didn't bring it because that seemed pretty difficult to do.
Yeah.
And I didn't bring. I brought of the tools that I have.
Yeah,
I
well, you
all
brought
of them.
49.5 pounds, right?
Yeah, go,
Right,
go,
of tools.
2 bags of 49.
49 and a half pounds.
I bought 2 bags with 40, 50 pounds of
99
tools in them. So all my rods in a gun case, and then literally a suitcase with everything else.
Yeah.
My Eliminate lights and my glue stuff and all the accessories and everything. And so I flew with them. It worked
Oh,
out.
Josh.
It was no big deal. Cost a little bit of money to bring them out here, but I'm glad I had Tom out here. He's like, you can use. Tom's not pushing. Tom is he's quoting,
That's
moving
good.
cars,
Handling,
doing
yeah.
everything.
Handling paperwork, insurance adjusters.
So-
Anybody who's had a hailstorm at home like that knows that you got to pick one or the freaking other.
You
Like,
got to hire somebody to do the front end, or you got to do it, right?
yeah, it's man, trying to do both is just a good way to get nothing done.
And honestly, I thought, coming into it, I'm like, he said he wasn't going to push, and I'm like, man, really? That seems like kind of crazy. Like all day,
That's,
you're not going
that's
to push.
what I did.
But
That's what I did today. I had a hat on.
now that I've seen what has to happen, I'm like, okay, there's a lot that goes on between. Estimating. We have a storage lot down the road for extra cars and dropping stuff off. Talking to, it's a full time plus job, and Tom's doing all right. So
No, he is, man. I'm really proud of that shop he's put together too, dude. Like he positioned himself for success this year, and I think a lot of that has to do with you too, Cory.
Yeah, I mean, we worked a lot together. Are you shaking your head? Yeah, me and you working
The
together.
reason I'm here and they're here is because Coach Cory.
Yeah, dude. So
Get in
that's,
here and say hi, Tom.
See what's
Get
up.
in here.
hey, Tom.
Everybody. Dude, you have my 9-amp fucking battery.
Attaboy.
That's possible. So also because I had to load up by myself. Also, I know that Chris has like 3 tools of ours down there, so we're gonna have to come down and swippity swap.
Yeah.
Sorry, bro.
My light was dying, and I was like, I don't know. Do you have an extra battery?
Dude, you saw me loading up with that thing. I was just like, I don't fucking know. Throw it in the truck. Throw it in the truck.
That happens in storms. You know?
Sorry about that, buddy.
Yeah.
You're all
These
right.
things will happen. These things will happen.
We wouldn't all be here if it wasn't for Cory.
That's what I'm saying.
Actually,
1,000 things in my brain and some super unfocused, and he helped me dial it in. And the shop wouldn't even be here, and I wouldn't have the ability to even function right now. I'd be doing like 2 hail cars a week, like if I was lucky,
Right.
and doing all the stuff out of my garage at home, or working for a body shop somewhere here.
it's you give me all the credit. It's not. It takes both. Like you have to take all the action.
Yeah.
I tell people I do my podcast all the time. In real life, we've talked all week.
Cory tells me not to eat carbs and eat more salad,
I mean, I was leading by
workout,
example.
all this crap. You know,
And you haven't listened.
what are you gonna do?
Thanks
Yeah.
again, yeah.
Tell you to drive safe.
Oh, wait,
But what Cory's done is he positioned Tom to capitalize on his opportunity, right? Like if Tom would have drug his feet, been scared to start this retail shop, because this is the first year in that retail shop.
6 months.
6 months.
6 months.
6 months. That's what I'm screaming. Like he wouldn't have been in a position to capitalize on this like he has. So that's definitely a cool credit to Cory there to be able to, help get and now it ain't fucking luck. We don't talk about luck around here. Like he was positioned for success, dog.
Yeah, you can say it's lucky that you got a hailstorm. You said it's in 20 years or something.
It's been like 19 years
19
since
years.
a serious hailstorm.
So
Oh, six.
from the outside,
Yeah, 2006.
From the outside,
Sorry,
you'll
man.
call
well,
it
you would know
Back
better
then.
because you're old as hell.
Yeah.
old man Glidewell. From the outside, people will call it luck, right? They'll call the whole thing luck, but they don't know the conversations we had for 6 months where you were making. Can we share numbers?
Oh yeah.
Making what? I mean, 1 month you made $1,000
Yeah.
You
I had
know,
months
while-
I made 0.
while building out the shop here. You can let the
Absolutely.
show. Said I'm gonna got a kid. I'm gonna start opening up a shop and make it happen.
Oh, look at this. We got.
Why
Look at my
it's
phone.
you?
Bring him in. We got another guest popping.
Look at this.
Who this is?
It's
via cell phone.
It's shut.
All right, Shuddy, what's going on?
What are you doing?
I'm live on my podcast,
Trying
and
to
I'm
finish
just
up.
telling everybody, hey guys, Dent Digest is coming up next.
What's up, Ryan?
YouTube and Facebook, the RPS Dent Specialist.
Dude,
Who's
this
the
is
special
weird.
guest tonight, Rye?
Look at this guy with no hair over there. What's up, Jim?
What's going on, brother?
This is
Like, we got,
Don't be
this is
scared
like
of
some
someone.
Inception shit. Like this is a dream inside a dream. It's
Inception. It's a quadcast. All right.
He's like, why are you live right now?
Yeah, it's like,
Like, you know how much? This is
He's like,
must
wrap
see
it up.
TV. This
It was
podcast
fun.
brought to you tonight by Dent Digest. Everybody tune in.
check it out.
This is the weirdest shit ever because the way I see it, it's me and then like the 4 of you just staring at me, making me uncomfortable right now. Like, geez Louise, avert your eyeballs, perverts.
Let's see if we can make it even weirder.
There
for
we go.
Oh, there you go.
That's
Make it little.
better.
Jim in a box.
Yeah, no, put me in a
Jim
box.
in a box.
I'll be the man in the box. Little box.
What up, Joshua Dragos? Gotta give a shout out.
Yeah. I already shouted him out. But hey, guys, everybody go tune in to Dent Digest. I don't want to stomp on Shuddy's time slot here, and it should be a great show with Kevin Bird and all them. And Jim, thanks for joining us. Thanks everybody for watching, listening, however you're
Thanks for having
taking
us
this
on, man.
one in. And
Talk soon, Jim.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. I'll see you next week, Vadim. Thanks for having me on, man.
See you.
awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jim.
See you, buddy.
Everybody else, live your dreams. Just wanted to thank you for listening to another episode of Dents and Dreams. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, compliments, or complaints, I can be reached at Dent Reaper across social media. And be sure to subscribe to the Dents and Dreams Facebook group and or YouTube channel, because that's where it'll happen if and when we go live. Thanks again.